guys, how's it going? TRX Hawks here, back with you. And today, welcome to the Footy News Podcast, episode 2. So yeah, I thought I'd make it into like a podcast where we do reaction to last match day, predictions for the upcoming match day, talk about the games that are coming up as well, and just do some football news around teams that are not Tottenham. And the reason for that is because every single Thursday from now on, we'll be doing a Spurs chat, basically. Well, like a podcast, I'll talk about Spurs. But yeah, so as you can see, we haven't got my dad here with me today. I don't know if he's going to come and do the Spurs chat with me on Thursday. I don't know, but he probably won't, but yeah. So, first of all, I wrote down everything here, so we don't have to go through everything. But yeah. So, first of all, we will be going through last week's predictions. Last week's predictions, we both got all of them wrong except for one of them, but we'll see what one of them it was. Basically, guys, let's go on my phone here and have a look at the score so I can tell you it. This podcast will be about 45 minutes long, and this video will probably be uploaded when the Champions League game between PSG and Barcelona started. If it's not, check me out on Twitch. Go back on one of my gaming videos, and there'll be a link in the description. If not, go on Twitch, get Twitch app, go and search up Emoji Sussy. So the first game of the weekend was Leicester versus Liverpool, a 3-1 game. So I said 3-2 and my dad said 4-0. Leicester to win, 4-0 for him, but I said 3-2 for Liverpool to win. Another big mistake from Alisson. I want to talk about that game actually really now. We've got all the time away, we've got 45 minutes, that's the max I'm going to go over these. If we go 10 seconds over, I know, I said 45 minutes is max, but if we go a good minute after, that's okay, but I don't want to go 10 minutes after, 5 minutes after. I mean, 5 minutes is the max I'll go over 45 minutes, or 50 minutes probably. I won't go 55 minutes though. But yeah, because obviously Spurs chat will be like 50 minutes anyway. So Alisson really has cost Liverpool the last 2 games, really, obviously, as you can tell. And they would be 46 points. They would actually be, I think, what's the goal difference? 13. They'd be 4th right now. They'd be 4th with Chelsea in 5th, West Ham in 6th. So I really don't know. If they played, I think they should have played Kellier. I think his name's Kellier. Let me have a look at the squad. The 22-year-old goalkeeper from Ireland. I do think they should have started him this weekend. The reason is, when he played for Liverpool, he's been class for Liverpool. Really kept in games, but I think the reason why Arsenal's been performing badly today, people have been saying people say the best in the league. I still think he's second best in the league behind Ederson. I've always said Ederson's best in the league. So Alisson's second best in the league, in my opinion. No, at the moment, probably last goalkeeper in the league, apart from Ramsdale. Goalkeepers go through bad phrases. But the thing is, he's been playing non-stop for the last 2 years, so I think Jurgen Klopp should rest him. Not in the Leipzig game. I don't know, because I think the main focus is for them to get top 4 right now. I think that's the main focus, for them to get top 4, maybe even top 6. I can actually see Liverpool being in Europa League next season. I mean, they're 4th at the moment. They could be 5th, maybe even 6th. We could be seeing them with Europa League anthem next year. So 3-1. It was 1-0. The sound of a good goal. Firmino with a good assist, a really good assist there. Doesn't mean he's one of the best in the league. I still say he's awful, and they should definitely upgrade him. 3-1, and then obviously it was 1-1 with that free kick that I believe should be a penalty, because obviously on the line of the penalty box, and that counts as a penalty nowadays. Should be a penalty easily. Should be a penalty there. And then the second goal, I believe, was that Jamie Vardy goal, wasn't it? Yes, it was. And then from then it just went over. It just went snowball down from then on. But then people were saying that Kabak was at fault, but I don't know, because Alisson did shout out my ball, I believe he did, which obviously means he's going to get the ball, obviously. But I believe he should have rushed out then. I think Kabak would have had it under control easily. And that would have been 1-1 there. Probably would have saved 1-1 the rest of the game. So I definitely they should still play in the Champions League. But yeah, no, the Premier League injuries not been nicer this year. But yeah, 3-1 there. We'll talk about that game too much then. Then 3-0 Burnley. I said 2-1 to Crystal Palace. And my dad said 1-0 to Burnley, I believe. Burnley, yeah. But yeah, so then it finished 3-0. Kind of a surprising result, actually. I would have thought that Crystal Palace maybe scored a goal, maybe. That's why I said 2-1. Yeah, sorry if you can see myself in the glasses. I know I can see myself. But yeah. So, then it was Manchester City versus my team Tottenham. I said 4-2 to Man City. My dad said like 5-6-0 I think to Tottenham. Finished 3-0 Manchester City. Tottenham got destroyed in that game. I will talk about a game in the Spurs chat, so I don't really want to mention that game. But yeah, I actually did get a fair few points in the fantasy draft this week for me and my dad's fantasy draft. But next was 0-0 draw between Brighton and Aston Villa. I said 3-2 and 2-1. My dad said 2-1. I forgot who said to win. But yeah. And the next up was Wolves 2, Southampton 1. I said it would finish 1-1. My dad said it would finish 1-0 for Southampton. And the next up was West Brom versus Man United. I said it would be 5-1. Because they beat Southampton 9-0. I think that was that the week before? Was that the week before? It was. It could have well been. I think it was a week before that. When did they play each other? Yeah, week before that, 2 weeks ago. And when somebody destroys a team that much, it's pretty Southampton they're going to win, obviously. So that's why I said 5-1. My dad said 1-1. I said, you're stupid, but it finished 1-1. I think really their defence needs to improve. I'll talk about later when I talk about some footy news. Since what the name is called, footy news. The next was 4-2 Arsenal versus Leeds. I said it'd be finished 2-2. My dad said it'd finish 3-1 to Leeds. But yeah, Aubameyang hat-trick, his first hat-trick in the Premier League, which actually surprised me. I thought he scored a hat-trick before, but turns out he has not. Yeah, good. I watched the game and it was really Arsenal based. I actually really enjoyed watching Leeds because they either score 6 or concede 6. Obviously, they concede 6 in this game. They concede loads of goals or they score loads of goals, really. Next up was Fulham versus Everton, which kind of shocked me, you know. I said 3-0 Everton, my dad said 2-0 Everton, and 2-0 Fulham, with both goals coming from Josh Maja, who I believe, I think I remember the name from, I know people can say FIFA, maybe people say, he is. I remember him from the team of the season, like the team of the season so far card. I think it was like a Josh Major from, I believe it was a League One team. I can't remember now, but yeah, 2 goals for him. Yeah, really good game for him. Yeah. Next game was West Ham versus Sheffield United. 3-0. It finished. I said 3-1 to West Ham. My dad said 1-0 to West Ham. This game was 2-0 Chelsea. I said 2-1 to Chelsea. My dad said 2-1 to Newcastle. But yeah. So, yeah, guys. All right. Well, we got. My dad got the only one right. That's told. But yes, next up we're gonna do our react to our draft. So my dad said he put all Tottenham players plus Vardy. That's why he put a cap on it this week for 3 players. Joel went overboard. He went 4 players. That doesn't matter. I didn't tell you about the rule, the 3 player max rule. Yeah, so it was 2 points for clean sheet. That could be for outfield player as well. 2 points for assist, 3 points for a goal, and 5 points for man of the match. Which I know that people, it's not the same as real fantasy draft. I think it's not. I don't play fantasy draft. I've made a team this week, but I've never done it before. And yeah, so I just did it by myself. We did it last year. I I know people play fantasy draft a lot. I'll be starting next year. I'll be probably starting a fit series next year. But yeah, so he put all top team out except for Vardy, which got him 3 points. So that 3 points goal. And that's all we got this week. I actually blew it out the park this week. I did. I put goalkeeper De Gea, who didn't get a clean sheet. I put Luke Shaw, didn't get a clean sheet. I put Maguire, didn't get a clean sheet. But I did put Rudiger, clean sheet, and Bonner, clean sheet. And then, so that got me 4 points. And then next, Gundogan. I got Gundogan, who got a man of match performance. That's 5 points. Plus 2 goals. That's 11 points from that, which is 15 points there. Plus Foden and Gundogan both got me a clean sheet, which is 4 points there. Is 19 points. Madison got a goal. That is 23 points. 22 points. And then Salah got a goal as well. 25 points finished on. So I am top of the table. I'm top of the fantasy draft this week. But my dad took it serious this week. But so we'll talk about the next foot draft, and we've got a new guest. We've got a new guest that will be on every single week. He used to be on Footy News, but yes, I believe that the Liverpool team sheets are out the same with Barcelona. So I will be reacting to Barcelona stream, as I said. Yeah. So next up, we're going for our predictions for this week. So yeah, let's go on to it, shall we, guys? All right. The first game is Wolves versus Leeds. So, quite a big game. I don't know. Is it a big? Yeah, it's a big game in it, I believe. Because they are one off each other in the table. So yeah, but quite a big game. And yeah. So I don't know why it's not showing up with like the who will win thingy, but yeah. So yeah, Wolves versus Leeds. I predict 2-2. My dad predicted 2-1 to Leeds. So yeah. At the moment, the Wolves form has been. Can't see it actually on here. Yeah, I can't see it on here. I don't know why, but yeah. So they are 2 points behind them. Oh yeah, I can see it now. They are 2 points behind Leeds. Wolves are, but they've got a game over Leeds. So Leeds have got a game out of them. But yeah, so the last 5 games has been a draw to Chelsea, a loss to Crystal Palace, a win against Arsenal, a draw against Leicester, and a win against Southampton on the weekend. So the reason I'm saying 2-2, and we got the who win up now. 50% people saying for Wolves, and if you're saying when we get these predictions from, these percentages from, it's from One Football. That's what we. So guys. That's what I use for these videos. 42% for Leeds to win, and 8% for a draw. I don't bother 8%, by the way. But yes, I predict a draw definitely. 2-2. I predicted. Obviously, without him, as Leeds have been, Wolves have been in really bad form. And yeah, so then it was 2-1. Then my dad predicted 2-1 to Leeds. I don't know why, but yeah. The next game, Southampton-Chelsea. I predicted 3-1 to Chelsea, and he predicted 2-1 to Southampton, my dad did. So yeah, Chelsea's run of form so far this season, in the last 5 games, has been a loss to Leicester 2-0, draw against Wolves 0-0, a win against Burnley 2-0, and beat Spurs and beat Sheffield United. And beat Newcastle as well. So yeah. A big game for Chelsea, top 4 now for them. Will they get Champions League football? We'll talk about that a bit later. Who will get Champions League football now? But yeah. And then, so yeah. I still think that Chelsea will win. Obviously, Werner got his first goal, I believe, in a Chelsea's shirt. I think he did, didn't he? Did he? He did get a goal, yeah. It's been very hard for him to move to the Premier League. Obviously, no goals. I think it won't boost his moment. It won't boost his sort of mentality. But hopefully he scores a few more goals, because I don't really like seeing Werner not scoring any goals. I remember him at Leipzig. He was a good striker. But yeah, Next up was Burnley West Brom. I said 1-1. My dad said 1-0 to Burnley. So Burnley's run of form in the last 5 games have been. I can't really get anything up because I am far away from the internet, so it is being so slow. But so their season has been, the last 5 games has been a 3-2 winning over Aston Villa, a lost 2-0 to Chelsea, lost 2-0 to Man City, drew to Brighton 1-1, and they beat Crystal Palace 3-0. And then West Brom's run of form has been 5-0 loss against Man City, 2-2 draw against Fulham, a 2-1 loss to Sheffield United, 2-0 loss to Tottenham, and a 1-1 draw against Man United. So I did say 1-1, and my dad said 1-0 to Burnley. I definitely think that it'll be a draw. Both teams really like to sit back, don't they? So I think it will definitely be 1-1. Both teams like to sit back. It might be 0-0 or 1-1, but I definitely predict for a draw. My dad said 1-0, as I said. And the next game is Liverpool versus Everton, the Merseyside derby. Liverpool going into this game really on predicting to lose. Last 3 games are all losses. Leicester, Man City and Brighton. Then the 2 games before that was a win against West Ham and Tottenham. So Liverpool team is out now, so I'm going to check it in a minute. But so Fulham, Sheffield United, I predict, I predict 2-2 for the Merseyside derby. My dad predicted 3-1 to Everton. But if Alisson doesn't play, which I think the Klopp should not play him, I just think they should play Kedia. So that's why I predicted 2-2. I think that Everton are in better form at the moment, obviously. I don't really know how this is going to go. Fulham Sheffield United, I said 2-1. My dad said 1-1. Kind of a boring game. And the people in Women Football are saying 51% for a Fulham win, 11% for a draw, and 30% for a Sheffield United win. So next up is the London derby. West Ham versus Spurs. By predictions, people are massively in favour of Spurs winning. Good to see. But I am worried about this game. West Ham coming on way better form than Spurs. We'll talk about that in the Spurs show on Thursday. But next. So I said, where is it? So I said. I said Fulham Sheffield United score. I don't know if I said it or not. I've losing track. So 2-1 and 1-1. And then next up is West Ham versus Tottenham, as I said already. I say 3-1 to West Ham. My dad said 3-1 to Spurs. So Then Aston Villa, Leicester. I said 3-1 for Leicester. My dad said 2-1 for Leicester. Leicester going to win. I definitely think, but I still think Aston Villa will get a goal. So does my dad, though. See who gets the score right there. Arsenal versus Man City. I said 4-2 Man City. My dad said 2-0 to Man City. Now I'm thinking about I should probably go for a draw, but I'm not going to change it now. I know I can change it because I haven't started yet. But I probably should have predicted a draw, but I'm fine with that, 4-2. Because most big games finish in like a 0-0 or draw. Next up is Man United versus Newcastle. I predicted 3-1 to Man United. My dad predicted 2-0 to Man United. And the last game is of the match day. I said 2-1 to Brighton. My dad said 1-0 to Brighton. And next up, we have got the Champions League predictions. And then we've got the draft, and then that will be it. That will be it for that section. Then we'll move on to the for the football talk. But in an hour's time, we've got the 2 first games. I'll do a reaction to the team news right now quickly. So team news for Barca versus Paris Saint-Germain is Ter Stegen in net, Alba, Longley, Piqué, Serginho Dest, De Jong, Busquets, Pedri, something in there, Dembele, Messi and Griezmann. On the bench they have Umtiti, Firpo, who I believe my dad told me that Spurs want to get Firpo. Neto, Pjanic, Braithwaite, Puig, Fernandes, Trincao and Pena. Then PSG without Di Maria or Neymar have got Icardi, Mbappe, Verratti, Keane, Gaia, Paredes, Kurzawa, Kimpembe, Marquinhos, Florenzi and Navas. And then on the bench we got Sarabia, Keher, Pereira, Rafinha, Herrera, Diallo, Draxler and a few others. And then the Liverpool team news is as follows. Not up yet, okay. They haven't announced it yet, I haven't got it yet or something. But yeah, so let's go to the score prediction, shall we? For the first game, we'll talk about it first. So last time PSG went to the Nou Camp, we had one of the best, if not the best, comeback of all time. 6-1 as we know it. But yeah, so that assist, Neymar really, I think he got 2 goals and assist, or 1 goal and assist. But yeah, obviously he got that assist for Sergio Roberto in final bit. And I think that will be the game of this match day, of this Champions League round. A big game. I think they're all big games, obviously, because Champions League, they're all gonna be big games. It's the best teams in Europe, obviously. But I personally think that one stands out for me. I think that's kind of like a semi-final sort of game. But yeah, so I predicted 2-1 to PSG. What have I said 2-1 to PSG? What am I doing there? Wait, they're at the Nou Camp. I don't know what penalties, guys, but I'm going to change that right now because I'm not having 2-1 PSG. I don't know, I should really change. Well, it's not even started yet, so I should be fine anyway. But I'm going to say Barcelona win. But I'm going to say it will be 2-1 Barcelona. That's what I'm going to say. Reason why they're at Nou Camp, PSG, very unlikely odds for them to win. But yeah. And Barcelona have got Messi back in form, really. But yeah, so I said 2-1 Barcelona. My dad said 1-1. But yeah, both results for me and my dad are both I can see them both happening, really. I can see it being a 1-1 draw, but I can also see it as a 2-1 win to Barca. That's why I said 2-1, obviously. But next up is Leipzig versus Liverpool in the Puskas Arena in Hungary, at a neutral ground, and the form that Leipzig are in at the moment versus the form of Liverpool at the moment in their league is really in Leipzig's favour, really, and that is what I said 3-1 to Leipzig. But yeah, so Leipzig favourites for this, but people on One Football are saying for Liverpool to win. But yeah, then my dad said 2-1 for Leipzig. So yeah, I definitely think they'll get a goal, Liverpool, Salah. But I might even watch it actually, because I think I'm going to watch a film tonight. I am. But yeah. Next up is Seville versus Dortmund. Dortmund are in massive, the underdogs in this game. I understand why. It's because Dortmund are awful in the league at the moment. We'll have a look at their form at the moment. In the Champions League, they're doing good, obviously, but in their actual league, they are doing absolutely awful. They have only won 1 game out of the last 5 matches, and they are sitting 6th in the table. The 10th on the same amount of points as Mönchengladbach, but on the same amount of points, on 3 points below Leverkusen on the same amount of games. But yeah, I think the goal will come from Haaland, definitely. But Seville 2, Dortmund 1. My dad said for it to be 3-1. Koundé, I think that they should start definitely Koundé and Diego Carlos. And up front, I think they should start En-Nasri and also other players like Campos. But yeah. So next up is Porto versus Juventus. So I've gone for an upset here. Porto are doing amazing in the Champions League. They're doing amazing at the moment. Porto are, and in the group stage they won They won 4 of their 5 games in the group stage. They won all of them today. They won all their games except for a draw to Man City and a loss to Man City. Obviously, they're going to lose to Man City, obviously. But I believe that with their squad they have, they could definitely give Juventus a good game. And that's why I said a 3-2 win for Porto. I think it's going to be a good game. But no, the thing is that they're on the same time they are. I was going to watch the Seville Dortmund game, then watch the Porto Juventus game, but I'll flip through both games. But yeah, and then my dad predicted a 0-0 draw for that one. But yeah, you can never tell really. You can never predict these games, which is why it's very hard predicting these games. Atletico Madrid versus Chelsea, top of the Liga versus 4th in the Premier League. And yeah. So I've said a 3-1 win to Atletico, and my dad said 2-0 win to Atletico. I definitely think Atletico will win both legs, but yeah. And next up is Lazio versus Bayern. I think Bayern will definitely walk away with this win, definitely. I am predicting a 4-1 win to Bayern, and my dad predicted a 1-0 win to Bayern. And then Atlanta versus Real, I said 1-1, my dad said 1-0. And then finally, Mönchengladbach versus Man City, I said 3-1 Man City, my dad said 2-0 Man City. And yeah, so that is it for the Champions League predictions. And now next we're going to move to the draft, and then we're going to move to 30 news. We've probably got about 50 minutes for 30 news, I'm going to say. But yeah, so the special guest this week is what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Drum roll, please. Is Joel. So he'll be doing it with us every week now. So yeah. So we'll be doing it now like a real fantasy draft now with 2 goalkeepers, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 3 attackers. But yeah. So let's get straight into it, shall we? So in net, Joel has said a Pope and Edison. So they are playing. What did I get up for? Where is Premier League gone? I don't know where Premier League's gone, guys. Wait, let me have a look. Let me have a look. There's Premier League. Yeah. So he has predicted for Pope and Edison. So obviously you need to go for goalkeepers that get clean sheets. And maybe an assist. You know, Edison got an assist. But obviously Man City are playing at Arsenal and Burnley are playing West Brom, so I can definitely see Pope getting a clean sheet. But I personally don't think Edison will get a clean sheet. But saying that, I've actually put Edison in net. But yeah, so I can't really talk actually. But he's also put Chilwell, Chelsea playing Southampton. Ben Mee, Burnley are playing West Brom again, and also Diaz and Stones. So yeah, Diaz and Stones he's put the best partnership in Premier League at the moment. Them two are centre back wise. But yeah. So in the midfield he's put Bruno, Maddison, Foden, and Gundogan. So Bruno, so Man United are playing Newcastle, and Leicester are playing Leicester are playing Aston Villa away. And obviously Man City are playing Arsenal. I definitely think Foden and Gundogan. I think Gundogan will definitely get a goal. I think. But yeah. So up front he's put Kane, Bamford, and Antonio. So he's put Antonio from West Ham versus Tottenham and Kane for West Ham versus Tottenham. But he's also put Bamford for Leeds versus Wolves. So yeah. But yeah, I personally don't think Kane would score this weekend. Which I'd rather not put him in. I just checked if I didn't put him on or not. I did say that Edison won't get a clean sheet, but I've still put him in. And yeah, so this is my dad's draft now. So he has put in Edison in net and Schmeichel. So obviously Arsenal playing, Man City playing Arsenal, and Leicester playing Aston Villa. Then he has also put Chilwell, Laporte, Veltman, and Zinchenko in. So that's all of his Man City players done now. So yeah. So Veltman, obviously, Brighton are playing Crystal Palace. And then next up, he's put Ndombele, Zaha, Grealish, and Maddison in midfield. A very good midfield, I think. He's definitely get through this week. I think so. And then up front, he's put Kane, Son, and Vardy. So put the exact same front three did last weekend, which got him 3 points. But yeah, so my team now, the big team, the best team in my opinion. I've put Mendy in net, Chelsea playing Southampton, and also Edison. I've put Alonso, Rudiger, Diaz, and Maguire. I definitely think that Chelsea will get a clean sheet, and I think that Alonso will start over Chilwell. Did he start over Chilwell in a Newcastle game? Let me just have a look. I don't know. He did. Yeah, he started over Chilwell most of the season, I believe. So that's why I picked him. And Rudiger, pretty self-explanatory. And Diaz and Maguire, yeah, I think they both start differently. Diaz and Maguire, I think they both get clean sheets. But yeah, so then I put in midfield Gundogan. I think that everyone's put Gundogan in their fantasy team, fantasy Premier League team this weekend because it's pretty self-explanatory. He's having the month of his life. He's having the form of his life at the moment. And Bruno, Souček and Grealish. Souček is one of the best CDMs in the Premier League right now. Bruno having an amazing season. Grealish having an amazing season as well. They can see you, man.
Sorry.
That's okay. But out front, I've put Antonio, Aubameyang and DCL, so Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But yeah, so I actually wrote Dell.
Sorry, guys.
I wrote DCL. I thought I wrote Dell just then. I don't know who Dell is, but yeah. So yeah, that is it with the drafting, guys. I'm expecting for me to be a top again. I don't think Joel's going to get 26 points. I think I'm going to get a few points this weekend. But yeah, so next up we've got the football news bit of the video. This will probably be about 40-50 minutes long, so yeah. But first of all, I actually want to talk about, guys, with you. If you're up to this video, then please comment down below saying, it's 31 minutes in the video, 32 minutes in the video. But yeah, so, also comment down below who you think will get top 4 and top 6. Who you think will get top 6, and yeah. So that's what we're talking about now. So, let's talk about it, shall we? So, I definitely think Man City will definitely win the league. They've got a game in hand of Man United. If they win that, which they should do, they'll be 10 points over Man United. But yeah, so they are right now 7 points over Man United with the game in hand. But yeah, and then Manchester United, I don't know if they'll get in it, but I believe there will be Man City first, Leicester second, United third, Chelsea fourth, West Ham fifth, Liverpool sixth. I think that Tottenham will finish probably 7th or 8th. I don't think they can get top 6. I think that their main goal now, Tottenham's main goal now, I'll talk about it in the Spurs show. I think their main goal now is to get top 6. Is to get 5th or 6th. The best they can do in Europe now is Europa League. They are 6 points behind 4th Chelsea, and this weekend they got West Ham, and Chelsea have got Southampton, which would be an easy win for them. So they'll probably be like 9 points ahead. But yeah, I do hope Tottenham will win, but you know, I highly doubt it as a Spurs fan. But yeah, and the relegated I think will be Sheffield United, West Brom, and Fulham. I think it will still be the same teams that are in the relegation right now. I think that's how it will finish their relegation zone. But yeah, so we'll just go through quickly now where I think the teams should focus on, what tournaments they should focus on, where I think they should focus on in the league. So yeah, Man City, I think that they should still focus on the Premier League, even though I think they've won it. They shouldn't put out I don't know. I don't think they should put out their worst team, play out all the youngsters that are not that good. I still think they should play their best team out, but I think their main goal is Champions League. People they always get knocked out in quarterfinals, semi-finals. I don't want it to happen this season. I don't think it will happen this season. I think they might get to the final, play Bayern and lose. I reckon that's what I think so far. That's what I think. I think the final will be Man City versus Bayern Munich. That's what I believe. But yeah, and then Man United. I think their main goal is to get top 4. Is to claim top 4 because they're only 4 points ahead of Chelsea. Same amount of games, but 4 points ahead of Chelsea. I think their main goal is to focus on the FA Cup. I believe they're still in the FA Cup, aren't they? So they are in the FA Cup in the quarterfinals against Leicester, though. So that might be a problem, you know. But yeah, so I definitely think that the main things they should focus on is Europa League and FA Cup, and stay in the top 4. That's their main goal, I reckon. So yeah, I think the main tournament they should focus on, though, is definitely Europa League. I believe it will be a Man United versus Tottenham final. I think that Arsenal will get to the semi-final and get knocked out by either Tottenham or Man United. Obviously, I think that Tottenham will win the Europa League, which will obviously claim a spot in the Champions League. But yeah. So next up is Leicester. I think that their main goal will be FA Cup. They're in Europa League, aren't they? They are. Are they? Yes, they are. So yeah, they have next in the Europa League. They've got Slavia Prague. So I think their main goal is definitely Europa League, FA Cup, and Premier League, same as Man United. But I think their main goal, if they're going for a main tournament, should personally be top 4. But if they're going to go for like a trophy, should be FA Cup. I don't think they will be. I don't think they'll get Europa League finals. So I think the Europa League semi-finals will be a full English semi-finals, I reckon. Or maybe someone else, you know. Maybe someone else, you know, Benfica, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah. So Chelsea, their main spot, their main thing is to stay in top 4. Stay in top 4. And they're still in Champions League, so they will not beat. Mark my words. You can come out of it if they beat Atletico Madrid, but they will not beat Atletico Madrid. I do not believe they'll beat Atletico Madrid. So I think their main goal now is FA Cup and the Premier League, the top 4 obviously. But I think they should definitely focus on the Premier League more. I think that is more precious, and the FA Cup, definitely top 4, is more precious than the FA Cup. Because it's either hearing the Champions League anthem or hearing the Europa League anthem, but yeah. Next up is West Ham. Their main goal is definitely to stay to get top 6. That's their main goal, definitely. Not in the EFL Cup, obviously, and they're also not in the FA Cups. Their main goal is definitely top 6 now. I don't think they'll get top 4 now, but I think their main goal is to be in Europa League next season, which I think they have a fair chance, you know, because they have Souček and loads of other players that I forgot the name of now. I'll go for a squad now. Ogbono, obviously, Kufal, Souček, Declan Rice, Antonio Lingard, obviously on loan now. Benrahma, Yarmolenko, Bowen, yeah, all them good players, you know. So I think they would definitely have a good shout. Liverpool, okay, this is kind of a tough one, you know, because they are 3 points of Everton, but they have 2 games. They just have 2 games in hand on them. So I believe that their main goal now is to definitely get top 4. Top 6. I mean, top 6. They won't get. I personally, they do have a chance still. Same amount of games as Chelsea, only 2 points behind them. I think their main goal is to push for top 4, and also try and get as far as they can in Champions League. But in the FA Cup, they still win it. No, they're not, obviously. So I think their main goal is to get as far as they can in the Champions League. They won't win it, mark my words. But I think their main goal is to get top 4 is their main goal. But also try and get as far as they can in the Champions League. Next up is Everton. Really try and stay above Arsenal, Tottenham, Leeds, you know. All them teams that are Tottenham and Arsenal, both the teams in London that are better. Obviously, Everton are better in London, but I mean both of the London teams, Tottenham and Arsenal, who are better than them. Obviously, not this season. Obviously, I don't think. But yeah. Next up is Aston Villa. I think their main goal is to stay in the try and push for top 6. You know, I believe that if Liverpool slip up even more, they have a game in hand of them and only 4 points by. If they win their game in hand, which I believe is Leicester. get me wrong, I believe it's less. I think it's Man City. So they have 2 games in hand on Liverpool. If they win both of them, they'll go ahead of Liverpool. So I think their main goal is to go for Europe now. And then next up is Tottenham. Their main goal is Europa League and EFL Cup. I believe that Tottenham still have a chance in the... Man City will win Carabao Cup final off, I believe. I don't know. But I think that Tottenham still have a chance. It's 50-50 basically. Man City, the better team this year. But Tottenham, they have Jose Mourinho, who is really good in finals basically. But yeah, so I think that their main goal is to win their first trophy. Their first major trophy since 2008. Obviously, yeah, they won an Audi Cup. That's not really a major trophy, obviously. But yeah, so I think their main goal is to try and win the Europa League or try and win the EFL Cup. If they can win both of them, that's amazing. Yeah, next up is Arsenal. Their main goal is to win the Champions League, in Europa League, win the Champions League is definitely their main goal now. But yeah, so definitely win Champions League. But next up, all the teams that are below 10th is to try and get top 10. Then Brighton, then Burnley and Newcastle, their main goal is to survive relegation. And same with the bottom 3 teams, survive relegation. Yeah, so we've run out of time here, guys. So other news, on Twitter, Tottenham came out and said that one of their big players, Kane, son, could be, they haven't said who yet, either they get top 4, very unlikely, they will be leaving in the summer. So that's really put question marks around who is that. But yeah, so who is that really? It's either Son or Kane. I don't know who else is big really. I mean, Underberry's having a good season this year, but he's not really known as a big player. So I don't really know, but we'll talk about that in the Spurs show. Who that is. But yeah, so other news around is that I don't know when. I think it was last match day, but Inter Milan have now overtaken AC Milan. AC Milan, I think it will be Inter Milan or AC Milan lifting the Serie A trophy. I don't know what it's called, the trophy, but yeah. So AC Milan could still put it back, but if we're talking about goals for both of them clubs, or if we talk about goals for the Premier League clubs, the goal for Milan, Roma, Inter, Milan, Roma, and Juventus is to win Serie A. But I believe to win Serie A, it will either be Milan or Inter Milan. So AC Milan or Inter Milan. But yeah, so and if we're going to talk about other leagues, there is actually it's actually become quite a good league in this year, the Ligue 1. People have been saying always, I still believe that it's a Farmers League for PSG. Same with I don't really know, but yeah. But when a team has that much money and the other teams don't have much money, it's gonna be a Farmers League. That's not with the Premier League though. Even though Man City have all the money in the world, I mean they can buy Messi right now if they want to. But yeah, so a good. It's gonna be quite a good. I don't know how many matches they have left. 30 matches left. I think it'll be a good battle between Lille and PSG. But yeah, so I think that other news. Let's have a look at the top news. So Piqué returns and David Alaba announced. David Alaba so is exiting Bayern Munich definitely after failed contract talks. So who will that be though? That's a big question really. Will that be Liverpool, Juventus, Man City, Real Madrid? It could be anyone. But yes, obviously they have brought in a centre back, but they've lost a centre back. So brought in Upamecano, but as well they have also lost Alaba. So yeah. Next up, we've been talking about Haaland. before we end the video. So obviously we'll have a look at the transfers real quick. Actually, so we'll have a look. If we go to Premier League transfers real quick, we'll have a look at the rumours at the moment for each of the big leagues. So Premier League transfers is yesterday came up. Odsane, I think Odsane Edouard from Celtic, who is probably the best striker in the Scottish Premier League, SPFL, has been linked to Arsenal. So whether that means that Lacazette will be leaving or one of them strikers will be leaving, 23 years old Edouard is. I believe that if he joins, one of the strikers will leave, but I don't know which one it will be. So Denier will be getting a contract extension. Is 3 out of 4 bars basically. And then Rodrigo de Paul has been linked to Liverpool. Florian Thauvin has been linked to Leicester, and Messi has been linked to Manchester City. Same with Haaland. I think that next season the front three of Man City will be Sterling, Haaland and Messi. That will be such a good front three as well. Yeah. So as you know, I'm really big. I really like Haaland. I've got a shirt of him. Yeah, I really like Haaland. I think he is the future of football, definitely. But yeah, definitely future of football. 13's been linked to Chelsea, and Aguero and other people like Braithwaite has been linked to West Brom, going from Barcelona to West Brom. But yeah, so also Pogba's been linked to Juventus. I don't know if that's going to happen now. But yeah. So yeah, that'll probably be a video then, guys. Sorry I didn't get to talk about much football this week. We'll try and talk about much more football next week. But the football predictions and that lot took a bit longer than I expected. But yeah, if I have a look now, the Liverpool lineup should be out. If I just have a quick look right now for you guys, they should be out. Champions League, Liverpool. So the lineups are Leipzig, Gulaschi, Tasende, Upamecano. That's not Tasende. Angelino. Don't want to call him Tasende. Upamecano and Klosterman, and then they've played Mukele. That's a great back line, you know. Upamecano's obviously gone to Bayern Munich now. Obviously, as you know, he's gone to Bayern Munich, and that's the problem with Bundesliga. I think we've got to talk about it quick. Is whenever there's a good talent in Bundesliga that's not a Bayern are going to buy them because they've got all the money in the world. But yeah, that's the problem with like football, like with money. But yeah, so Mukele, then Sabitzer, Haidara, and Campbell in midfield, and then Adams, Daniel Olmo, and Nkunku. I know who he is, but yeah, talented youngster. And then it is a really good Liverpool team. Alisson, Robertson, Henderson, Kabak, Alexander-Arnold, Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones is starting Champions League. That just seems quite bizarre to me, you know. The 20-year-old starting Champions League. Yeah, I know he's quite a good midfielder, but he's not up there. He's not with the best, in my opinion. Wijnaldum and Thiago, and then Mane, Firmino, and Salah. So yeah, really good team. But yeah, so Kabak's actually starting as well. But yeah, so that'll be it for the video, guys. Hopefully next week we can talk more about football, and hopefully there's some good news that comes out over the next week that we can talk about next Tuesday. But yeah, so we've got big plans with channel now in real life wise, and don't worry, guys. We're trying to bring back the gaming videos. It is just dependent on the Wi-Fi. If my Wi-Fi is awful, I can't film videos, I will try and get a capture card as soon as possible. And I've missed out a lot of gaming news. But yeah, so we've got big plans for the in real life thing, for the in real life sort of side of the channel. I will be trying, so I'll be doing like my player football videos. I'll be doing match analysis after Tottenham games, predictions, football news, and Spurs show. So yeah, see you guys later. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the Champions League if you're watching it. Hopefully, your guys' teams get as far in the Champions League or Europa League. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out, and bye bye.